Hey everyone, welcome back to a Brain Muffin at the Movies. And today we have some stuff from Kevin Smith, the crying man himself, the man who cried on The Last Jedi set, the man who cried on the Rise of the Skywalker set. Excuse me very much. So from IndieWire.com, we have Kevin Smith's Star Wars theory is that the Rise of Skywalker means the creation of new religion. I've actually heard this a couple times, from different sources, and I'm beginning to believe this is essentially what's happening here. I'm hoping that it's going back to the first movie, where you have Luke learning a little bit about the Force in the Millennium Falcon, and Obi-Wan expressing some beliefs, if you will, and Han Solo saying Hoku religions, ancient weapons and Hoku religions, something like that. And I'm sure people will correct me in the comments. That's awesome. That the Jedi, had passed into a religion of sorts, and we kind of sort of see this in the prequels, but not fully. And that we may get a Force religion. We also kind of see this hinted at in Rogue One, where you have some people who are, watchers of the keepers of the Force. I think they are Force sensitive. They're just not Jedi. They're not fully trained, and so they don't really use the Force as much as they can. A lot of fans are buzzing about the new Star Wars title could mean, but the indie director already has his prediction. So this comes from Zach Scarf, and Zach Sharf rather, and this is a scene where they're looking, I believe, we're led to believe that they're looking out over at a piece of the of one of the three Death Stars. I am particularly believe it's the second one, because they're going to find some stuff from Palpatine there. The reveal that Star Wars Episode 9 is officially titled The Rise of Skywalker has sent a lot of fans into overdrive as they try to figure out what exactly the phrase means. Is leading character Rey actually a member of the Skywalker family? No. Despite The Last Jedi telling us otherwise, will Kylo Ren come over from the dark side? No. The answer may be... Okay, so we have superfan Kevin Smith. Let's just cut to the chase here. This is a relatively... it's actually pretty short. Last movie was Last Jedi. We know that. Hollywood Babylon. Okay, probably. What if they're telling us the effing title? The way that the Jedi has been used historically in these movies, including the last one, The Last Jedi, Jedi Must End, all that. Okay, so what about? Okay, did they just give us? Okay, this is what it is. Okay, wouldn't that be? Okay, so what Smith added? Wouldn't that be effing dope? Like Luke was. So, man, he's just F-bombing all over. He's going in the universe. And from then on, they named the order after him. They're all Skywalkers. Oh, this actually, in Babylon 5, Ambassador Kosh, we are all Kosh, was the thing that was the Vorlon. No, Vorlons were the good guys, the bad guys. I can't remember. Abrams said that the title's meant to be provocative and ask a bunch of questions. Kathleen Kennedy says it's meaningless. I think when we see the movie, we'll see if JJ actually answers anything, because he is a mystery box person, and I don't see him answering a daggone thing. Last Jedi caused a similar stir among fans when Rey directed. Okay, and he did kill off Luke. Provided the answer that Luke was the Last Jedi, which would make Smith's theory particular fitting. He hasn't given a daggone theory yet. What if you're telling us the effing title, that the way the Jedi has been used historically in these movies, including the last one? Okay, what if that's it for the Jedis? And perhaps the new religion or the Skywalkers. How did I miss that? No, it doesn't give me effing chills. It bores me to tears is what it does, because they have no ideas left. Having new generation of fighters to be referred to as Skywalkers, but the inspiring conclusion to this being billed as the end of the Skywalker saga. It kind of pays homage. Now, I have to admit this, and this is maybe where it's not really clever, but overused. If you go back to Lucas's original stuff and Starkiller instead of Skywalker. So, and I thought somewhere in there Skywalker was more of a clan or a religion or something like that in some of his early notes, but I'm not positive. But why does he always have to have his voice heard? Well, he has his own podcast. You don't have to listen. Is Rise of Skywalker, not Rise of the Skywalkers. Yeah, it is Rise of Skywalker. So there's been some interesting comments, and people are being persnickety about his grammar, like they are mine, which is good, because we need to be kept on our toes and to think about what we're saying. I personally don't give a crap. I mean, I don't care if they turn it into religion and the new Force users are Skywalkers and there's good Skywalkers and bad Skywalkers, or this is the beginning of it and it's, 200 years later after everybody's dead and gone, long forgotten, that becomes a thing. It doesn't matter to me. Episode 7 just broke my heart so much. And then at 8, by the time I got to 8, I didn't even see 8 in theaters. I finally saw it on a dare more than anything. So what do you think? I mean, do you think turning this new, let's say Jedi Order, instead of being called Jedi, they're called Skywalkers, or maybe a Skywalker is a brand of Jedi, one who's able to walk between the light and the dark, with a very fine line and pull from both, kind of the gray Jedi we've been hearing about. That would be interesting because I think Luke had that. I think he was the balance in the Force because he was able to use both sides. As we see in Jedi, he chokes, he does things that are really dark Force. He uses it to defeat Vader, then immediately steps back. And so maybe that's it. Maybe it's being able to walk between light and dark. Just basically not skip between them. Just be right in the gray area, right on that line that separates the two. That'd be interesting. All right. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for clicking like. So much for subscribing and sharing all these on. I'm seeing more and more of these things getting shared on social media. It's awesome. Thank you very much. And I really appreciate it. All right. Let's talk about the crying man. Okay. That'll be good. Oh, yes, I hear. No, it's not. Better? Okay. 3. Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry. 3, 2, 1.